Change doesn't always begin with courage. Sometimes it begins with failure. Rick Thompson, a seasoned police officer, once wore his badge with pride, but not always with purpose. He believed he understood the community he served, until one mistake shattered that illusion. A tense encounter led to an unjust arrest, and the fallout was swift. Commissioner Carter didn't mince words that night. "This isn't policing, it's damage." That moment stayed with Rick. As part of a disciplinary measure, Rick was assigned to community engagement duty. He stepped into the same neighborhoods he once patrolled, but this time not to enforce, to listen. At first, the community met him with silence, mistrust, cold glances, but something within Rick had changed. For the first time, he truly listened. He showed up consistently. He helped fix a fence, played ball with local kids, and learned names, stories, and histories. He met Jamal, a sharp, guarded young man whose eyes told stories of disappointment and distance. Rick didn't force trust. He earned it, one small moment at a time. A shift in purpose. Months passed. Rick began to see the cracks, not in the community, but in the system that claimed to protect it. He spoke up during a department meeting, sharing what he'd learned. Real policing is about respect, not control, listening, not shouting. Some officers rolled their eyes, others leaned in. Lieutenant Garcia, who had watched Rick's transformation, stood beside him. "What he's saying isn't soft, it's strong." The ripple had begun. From officer to advocate. Rick was invited to a city council meeting, not as a cop, but as a voice for the people. When a council member suggested cracking down on certain neighborhoods, Rick rose. "These people aren't problems to be fixed," he said. "They're families. They need investment, not suspicion. And they've taught me more about service than any academy ever could." His words hit home. That very night, funding was approved for youth programs in the community. A new mission. Days later, Rick was called into Commissioner Carter's office once more, but this meeting was different. "I've been watching," Carter said. "You've become exactly the kind of leader we need. That's why I want you to head our new bridge-building program. The goal? Train officers in community-first policing. Teach them to build trust, to mentor, to connect." Rick was stunned, but ready. Building the bridge, leading the program wasn't easy. Some officers dismissed him. Others resisted the softer approach, but Rick stayed the course. He led workshops, ride-alongs through the neighborhoods, and shared his own story, his mistakes, biases, and the lessons that humbled him. He didn't pretend to be perfect. He was real, and that made all the difference. Over time,